People don't want to learn about the features like, oh, I'm going to provide you so many lessons in so many time. No, how will you transform their lives? How will you release them from their pain or bring them closer to their desire? What will you solve and make sure there's people out there that actually need this, or check what are the real needs before you start creating your course. AI has made our process more efficient nowadays, but it's very important that you actually have the knowledge and the expertise to teach people. It's not about let me ask AI to build things for me, but to improve what you struggle with. In my own case, it's the copywriting. That's not easy for me. AI can help you define the copy for the welcome email, the sales page copy.
Hey there, I'm Kaylin Wood, and this is Money Matters for Moms, the show where busy moms turn overwhelm into abundance. Each week, we'll talk side hustles, saving hacks, wealth tips, and some energy tips to help make it all stick. Real tools for real financial freedom. No ramen required.
I'm here with Maria Taveras. Maria is a certified Kajabi expert and an online business strategist. And she also has experience in online marketing, branding, and journalism. She's passionate about helping entrepreneurs and creators to thrive in the digital world. Maria, welcome.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. So happy to be here with you today.
So tell us, how did you get involved with online course creation and digital marketing?
Okay, so my professional life started studying business management, and then I started working. I was very eager to work. My mom passed away when I was 15, and I felt like I really need to do something for my future, because if my dad passes away as well, what will happen with me? So as soon as I finished high school, I started applying to different jobs. I got inside a call center, and that call center was like a midnight job, but I had no qualifications, so I didn't feel that I could apply to anything different. And when I was there, I got a new job from someone I met there to a retail store, and I did everything. Customer service was the role, but I did everything related to managing their social media, their web design, email marketing, photography. I was only 18, but I've always been very easy with tech. And so I was doing so good with them and generating sales based on the strategies I implemented. So one day I'm like, okay, I can do this for so many businesses. And that's how, when I was 21, I launched my own agency and I started managing social media for local companies here in the Dominican Republic and so on. Fast forward to 2015, I'm like, okay, I think I need some master's degree or something related to having this agency so that people can actually believe and trust in me. And I went to do my master's degree in digital journalism. After that, my college where I studied business invited me to be the digital marketing professor. So at first, I was so scared. I didn't have a lot of self-confidence, but it taught me that when I teach, I learn twice. And the impact I had on my students made me feel so confident to teach to others that I decided to create my own school in 2019, Faraso. And I started locally in person, digital marketing courses, branding, like everything I did in the agency for my clients, I started teaching it there in Faraso. So my dream was always to have an online business, but the day-to-day didn't allow me to dedicate time for this. And in 2020, the pandemic hit, and I had sold some courses for April, and my country closed in March. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to refund all of this money. Let me ask them if they would take it online. And I had seen Kajabi before, but I was scared of investing in Kajabi. So I'm like, okay, let me try a couple of different softwares. I signed up for all free trials for Thinkific, Teachable, Kajabi. And in Kajabi, I found the most streamlined software, easy, all-in-one solution, and they had evergreen funnels. So I started creating evergreen funnels with a pre-recorded webinar, then selling my course. And in less than 30 days, I had already sold enough to pay the full year of Kajabi. So that's how I began. And 1 year later, in 2021, I'm like, okay, I want to sell more. I want to scale my own school. And I applied to a certification called Online Business Coach to help my business. But I ended up helping others. I still launched my own courses, but now most than branding and digital marketing, I'm focused on helping others create their online courses, create their online business, streamline everything, run it on autopilot. And yeah, that's it.
If somebody does want to start their own online course, do you recommend Kajabi to them?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the cheapest software out there, but for me, it's very streamlined. It's an all-in-one solution, but it's also the community and the support you get from them There's a Kajabi Heroes group, and there's a group with more than 40,000 entrepreneurs there, and you get free coaching, even from me. You post something, and we're all helping other entrepreneurs. I think it's all about the community and what you get from it.
Nice. Now, for those people who are starting their own online course, what are the key steps and strategies they need to be thinking about?
I think, first of all, the transformation you provide. People don't want to learn about the features. I'm going to provide you so many lessons in so many time. No. How will you transform their lives? How will you release them from their pain or bring them closer to their desire? So it's the first thing I think you need to think. What will you solve? What's the transformation your student will get? And actually try to assess their real needs, because sometimes we get creative of let's create something and it doesn't sell, or it's not what they were looking for. I created a coaching program that I sold before I recorded it. So I planned what I was going to do, to have the sales page, to launch a webinar. But when I saw people coming in, I told them they would have access like 2 weeks after I launched, and then I started recording. So don't necessarily have to record your course from scratch now, but see that people will actually need it. And if you want, for example, the certification I did on Kajabi, the Heart Centered Apprentice program, I was one of the beta testers. Like, we had a different price because they were trying to see how it would work. So yes, think about the transformation and make sure there's people out there that actually need this, or check what are the real needs before you start creating your course.
So, what are some of the challenges that online business owners face?
They're not sure sometimes of how to structure the course. I would always say, think about the steps from where you were at years ago and where you are now. What were the steps you took to get there? That's your ideal client, someone that's behind you. So think of, how can I help someone that was in my own situation before? Usually you teach others on something that you have very good knowledge and experience on, right? So yes, think about that ideal client on a scale of 1 to 10. You're not trying to get the client that is on level 10, but the one that's behind you. Think of, what are the problems? What are the solutions? And each of these could be your lessons. That's step by step. Imagine it's a ladder, and that's how you're going to take them to their transformation.
Now, if somebody who's an expert in something is going to know things at a pretty intimate level, right? But the
Mhm.
people who are several steps behind them may need it to be in smaller pieces.
Yes, absolutely. So that's part of your value ladder as well. You can start with a low cost course or mini course. And then after that, the people that already purchased from you are the ones that you can sell a second and third product to easily. So then you take them to the next level and to the next level with you. It's interesting because I just finished a personal transformational program. It's not business or marketing related. It was about me. It's the first time I actually do a program about me, working on myself. And it was a very high ticket. It's $4,500. And after we finished the program, now he's selling to us two programs that I had never heard before from him, 5,000 and 10,000. That's the people you will bring into your value, that upsell them to those other products when they reach the level that they need to be there.
So, you've set out the ideas that you want to teach people and you've thought about the different levels of it, but then trying to figure out how to implement those. You've recommended artificial intelligence. So, what are the pros and cons for online entrepreneurs?
AI has basically made our process more efficient nowadays, but it's very important that you actually have the knowledge and the expertise to teach people. It's not about, let me ask AI to build things for me, but to improve what you struggle with. In my own case, more than struggling on creating the structure of the course, it's the copywriting. That's not easy for me. I don't enjoy doing copy, to be honest. So sometimes you could streamline the process, make it more efficiently, finish your course faster, your funnel, everything, because the AI can help you define the lessons, the email sequence, the welcome email, the copy for the welcome email, the sales page copy. It just helps you improve the process. You're going to launch a quiz. Okay, ask AI, what questions do you think I can ask? Oh, I want to do multiple choice questions, but this is the content I want to provide, so that it's about you. It's about your own knowledge. It's not basically what AI thinks. It has to be there. Obviously, it's very smart, right? But it has to have your own essence, your experience, and your expertise. But I think people struggled so much, and copywriters, I admire a lot their work. They are expensive. So I think it helps also to be able to launch without having to invest more right now with the possibilities of AI.
So, in other words, maybe they start using AI at the beginning and then after they level up, then they could work with an actual copywriter.
Absolutely.
So if some want to start using AI, how do they do that?
Okay, so a lot of people already know about ChatGPT and Bard, for example. Also, we have now Kajabi Ama. So that's something that I also use. Kajabi has integrated AI to give them the topic, and it's going to build your structure and the idea of the lessons you can have inside automatically. But again, make sure it has your own expertise and what you want. For example, I've been teaching others how to create, and AI will never think about the experience, a welcome, a module. Who are you? Why can you help them? How do they navigate this course? So AI won't do everything. You have to apply your own touch to it. What's most important with AI is that you understand who do you want it to be. So you have to tell ChatGPT, if it's ChatGPT, act as a specialist copywriter that has created sales pages that have sold millions of dollars, for example. You need to know who you want it to act as, what you actually need, and how. So that give it the most context. If you can tell who's your ideal client, all the specifics of your online course, the pricing. You can give it all the information you need to get good results, but it will always depend on the context of what you provide.
So I have one further question for you. If you could only tell women one thing, what would it be?
That you're limitless. We're all limitless. Anything you want in life, anything that you desire, you can accomplish that. Everything is in your mind. Whatever you think is stopping you, it's all about you. You don't need external validation from anyone. You just have to take action. That book from Mel Robbins, The 5 Second Rule, when you don't feel like doing that, have the discipline to go on and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And also focusing on one thing at a time, because when you have too many goals together, then you don't have enough energy to focus on one thing. And so, yes, basically, you're limitless, focus on one thing at a time. And remember, you don't need external validation to reach your goals and have whatever you want in life.
Thank you, Maria. I really appreciated your time.
Thanks for tuning in to Money Matters for Moms. I hope today's episode left you inspired to take one little step forward. Check out the resources in the show notes and share this with another mom who's ready to thrive. You've got this, because abundance is easier than you might think.